With only a few weeks left till we fill our stomachs with Natlan's conclusion, let's briefly go over what happened, what to look forward to, and some theories. For a very brief summary, all 6 heroes needed for Mavuika's plan have been assembled, and despite their heavy losses faced in the recent battle, the Abyss has been pushed back for now. Did I mention Mavuika almost rips the sky? But moving on, Mavuika plans to lay down her life to push the Abyss out for good after borrowing the power of the Shade of Death, Renova. Not only that, but xilonen also plans to forge an ancient name for the Traveler even if it costs her own life. The mystery Capitano presents is a whole other story. He can use abilities that belong to the Masters of the Nightwind despite not even being from Natlan. He also has a much more personal reason for being in Natlan, one that he doesn't quite talk about but is asking the Lord of the Night Kingdom for help as he has a final mysterious foe to face. Now, do I think anyone is actually going to die? No. If they do, it's not going to be in the way we think, or they're going to be resurrected or brought back in some form or another. Mavuika is confirmed Hoyo's next big cash cow, so obviously she will not be leaving us anytime soon. Capitano, although not confirmed playable yet, is another big cash cow Hoyo will not miss out on. So then what exactly is going to happen? We don't truly know what Capitano is planning, so let's look into our possibilities. One could be that he directly wants to fight the Shade of Death herself. I personally think this is rather unlikely. While yes, he does harbor a personal vendetta against her, being the cause of his suffering and that of his people, the Shades are on a whole other level. The Lord of the Night Kingdom would have to offer him something huge to make the chances even slightly increase in him winning. After all, he himself said that he is no longer in his prime. This simply isn't a battle he can win on his own. Not only that, but there are also multiple factions invested in those in the sky. The Traveler for obvious reasons, the Abyss Order, and even the Tsaritsa herself. The Teyvat storyline preview mentions that Tsaritsa's desire to wage war against the heavens, and although she does permit the Harbingers to pursue their personal ambitions over that of her orders, I'm sure Capitano knows better than to do something that might actively put her plans in jeopardy, as challenging one of the Shades head-on might do. Again, I don't think this is impossible, I simply have my doubts. If we recall, Capitano was originally looking for Citlali, because she can communicate with the Wayab and he needs information on the Night Kingdom. And that's probably why he sought out the Lord of the Night Kingdom on his own. Ororon also states that he feels a sense of justice emanating from Capitano. This might point to Capitano's final foe involving someone from his past, perhaps bringing justice to those he lost or failed to protect. And while not explicitly stated in the Natlan Archon quest, you may have found Capitano's phlogiston research lab while exploring Natlan. Phlogiston is an ancient form of elemental energy used by the heavens to counteract abyssal power. This research leads me to believe that this foe that he speaks of may be affiliated with the Abyss. As for the situation with the Traveler's ancient name, Citlali says that she needs the power of a descender to save Mavuika from her impending death. But the conversation with the Lord of the Night Kingdom seems to indicate that all the Traveler can do is delay the inevitable. This could indicate two things. Since Renova can freely define what death means, Mavuika's death might not be the kind of death we all imagine, but something else entirely. Or the Traveler might be the one who has to save Mavuika, at least for the foreseeable future, by delaying the inevitable. And last is the issue of the Pyronosis. As with the end of every Archon quest, the Gnosis always gets taken by the Fatui, whether by force or through diplomacy. The Pyronosis would certainly be no exception, so once the dust has settled, Natlan saved, and Capitano having fulfilled whatever personal goals he had in Natlan, it comes time to carry out the will of Her Majesty. One possibility might be that Mavuika will hand it over to the Fatui willingly as a token of her gratitude for the Fatui's aid and sacrifice during Natlan's crisis. But we will have to wait and see how this all actually plays out. This video has a lot of speculation, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing, and thank you for watching.